Shalom, Kahallah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash, double honors unto the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings, salutations to the sincere believers, the hopefully elect of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, diligently laboring in his truth and all righteousness and sincerity, occupying in the prophecies until our Lord Yahweh Shai redeem us from our captivity. So it's the brother Azariah back once more with a lesson through the Spirit, going into the topic of the heathen, our enemies. Okay, they're in a state of fear right now because in light of this whole Israel-Palestine conflict, the world is pretty much against the small hat. They're against the state of Israel, and they're seeing these Edomites for who they truly are, who they've really always been, which are savages, barbaric people, man. Okay, warlike people that can never be satisfied. And we know that in the Muslim world, okay, amongst Ishmaelites, okay, those are who the Arabs descend from, Ishmael, okay, the son of Abraham with his with the Egyptian concubine Hagar, okay. So the Ishmaelites over there in the so-called Middle East, they know that these small hats, they don't belong there. All right. And this is, they're being called out. The whole world, as it's called, the global South, is calling them out for their ill deeds. And among that, the truth about who the true Israelites are is also being brought out, as a justification to get them small hats out of the land. All right. And one of the biggest lies that have been told and propagated on this earth is who the true people of the Lord are, who the true Israelites are. Because for the longest time, this narrative has been pushed that the small hats that currently occupy the land, that those are the chosen people. When you go into prophecy about what would happen to the Lord's people in the last days, they don't fulfill any prophecy whatsoever. But what they do fulfill is the prophecy of what the Edomites would do. You see? But pertaining to the Israelites, the scriptures clearly say that in the last days before the Lord Yahweh Shai would make his return, that the Lord's people would be in captivity, that they would be scattered to the four corners of the earth in exile, that they would not be in the land in mass numbers. Okay, now, of course, we know that some of our people are over there mixed in with the Palestinians and the Israelis over there, but we're not over there in mass. Okay, pertaining to the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, it was written that we would no longer see our homeland again, as a nation of people. Some of our people are over there, but, they're in very small communities. But as a whole nation, we have not seen the land of Israel since we were exiled in 70 AD. That the southern kingdom was exiled in 70 AD. We fled into the, northern and western parts of the continent of Africa. And the northern kingdom, when they were in the, when they were dispersed from the land, they came over to the Americas. All right. So as a nation of people, we have not been united, for a very long time. But now, in the land of our captivity, to all the places upon the earth that we've been scattered to, we are beginning to remember who we are. And in the midst of that, the prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai are, raising their voices up and are calling out the imposters. Okay. And let me read this in Revelation 11:11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. So with the remnant, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, okay, we have awoken to our true nationality. We have awoken to the fact that we not niggas, we not spics, we not tontos, we not porch monkeys, moon crickets. We ain't none of that. That we're, the true people of the Lord. Okay, that we are the true Israelites of the Bible. All right, and this is why you see that whenever Jake tries to raise up in any kind of power move, look at the Black Panthers, the black, back to Africa movement. Now, I'm not saying these things like these movements were good for our people, because they weren't at the end of the day, because it wasn't connected to our power. Okay, those movements were not connected to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. These were movements of men, and this is why ultimately they were able to be infiltrated, and they ultimately came to naught. But all the different movements that Jake tried to gain some sort of consciousness and preach any kind of unity, the devil had to come in, infiltrate, and break it up. Okay, so the heathen know that our strength is coming back to our power, coming back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, being obedient to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So this is why they've always tried to keep us on the bottom. Okay, they've always tried to hide our history from us. They have destroyed us mentally. Okay, many of our people have Stockholm syndrome, to where they love their oppressor. Right, this is why during slavery we wasn't allowed to read. Okay, we wasn't allowed to know who we were. This is why they beat our heritage out of us. Okay, they beat our language, the knowledge of our God out of us, man. And they gave us new names. Okay, we had to learn a new language. We were made to forget our customs, and then they used our own book against us and enslaved us with it. And, there's some of our people out there that say, oh, the Bible was written by the so-called white man, or the white man changed things in the Bible. Well, that argument makes no sense, because we wasn't even allowed to read, during that time. So why would the white man need to change anything in the Bible? He was the only one that was reading it. We couldn't read. All he would have to do is take our text and give us his interpretation of what it said. We wouldn't know no better, because we couldn't go into the book and read for ourselves. Okay, that's why now we can read now. Okay, we can read now, and we can go into the book and we can say, wait, hold on, wait a minute. We see the description of Yahweh Shai, whom the world called Jesus Christ. Okay, that he had feet like unto, bronze that was burned in a furnace. Okay, it describes how the Heavenly Father looks. Okay, it describes how the angels look. All right. When Abraham put his hand into his bosom, and it was leprous as snow. Well, if his hand became leprous, then what color was it before? Obviously, he had to be a man of color. You know what I'm saying? But the image that's been propagated around the earth is that all the patriarchs, all the great figures of the Bible, that they were so-called white people, and that's a lie. Okay, we know this now because now we can read. Okay, but the Israelis, they say that their biggest problem are the young black generation. Okay, and really, it's the remnant. Okay, because we're speaking against these devils. Okay, we're telling them about their judgment, and we're exposing them as imposters. So I'll go ahead and not read. I'll go ahead and show this clip real quick, and we'll get into it.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community.
I wonder why Israel's biggest problem is the young generation of the black community, when we're all the way over here. We don't have no land. We don't have no communities. We don't have no commodities. We don't have any resources. We don't have any.
And she's making some great points, because why are you afraid of us? What can we do to you to why we're a threat? You see, how can you say that the young black community is the biggest threat to Israel when we way over in America? Okay, we don't have no power. We don't have a military. We don't have any way to even get to the land of Israel. We have nothing that we would be a threat with. But you see, this goes back to the conscience of Esau, because see, Esau knows that what he's done to us, that eventually one day was going to come back to him. Okay. And a quick sidebar, going back to Nat Turner, Nat Turner was a slave that could read. And once he began to actually read the Bible for himself, he saw that, we were the chosen people, that it wasn't them. You see? And of course that, moved him to start a rebellion, but that wasn't the time for us to be delivered. Okay. The scriptures say that, no man shall redeem you. Okay. Which means that no man shall save you from your captivity. Okay. So the Lord put us into this captivity, and the Lord is going to get us out of it. Okay. That's why the Black Panthers didn't work. Okay. That's why, numerous, black, so-called black liberation parties have not worked, because no man can redeem us, man. Okay. Only Yahweh Shai, who is the savior, is going to come and redeem us. But you see that, really the threat is the truth. Okay. And really Esau, they're being exposed on every level. Okay. All of their lies are unraveling. Everything is coming out. As it says in Obadiah, I shall make Esau bare. So the Most High is uncovering you devils, because all you've done is lie. Okay. All you've done is push lies and deceit across the planet Earth to forward Edomite supremacy. But now that it's ending, they're afraid. They're scared now. Okay. Now we're a threat. Well, really, we've always been a threat. Okay. We've always been a threat and a terror to Esau. Okay. When the so-called white man looks at us, they don't know why, but there's a something in the back of their mind. It's like, we don't know, because you see, they know what they've done to us. Okay. And they know in their spirit that there's a day of recompense coming. You see? So this is why the Israelis can declare that the young black community is the biggest threat to Israel. But we don't even got no military though. But we're the biggest threat. You would think that the biggest threat to them would be Hamas or terror or the Iranians or the Russians or the Chinese. No, listen, they're not the biggest threat. We are. And why is that? Why are we the biggest threat to the Israelis? Because they know we got next. Okay. They know that we're going to put their asses in slavery. Okay. They know that we're going to rule over them. We're going to rule over the whole earth, over all the heathen. You see? And the truth of the Bible is what they've hidden for the longest time. Okay. This is why they never wanted us to learn how to read. Okay. Well, just think about it. They beat our heritage out of us for a reason, right? Who were we before slavery? I know when I was in school, all they taught us about, our history was that, we was slaves, and then we was taken as slavery, was brought here, then, the Civil War, emancipation, then it went on to, then it went on to, civil rights and Jim Crow and all that. And here we are today. But who are we before who are we as a people before we came here? That's what they never told us. And trust me, they know. Okay. They have the records. They know who they took into slavery. Okay. There are centuries old maps, okay, of the west coast of Africa, in which it was labeled as Negro land. Okay. Or the kingdom of Judah. Okay. These things are marked on maps. So these Europeans, okay, these Edomites, they know exactly who we are. They know exactly, what it was from the very beginning. And as a matter of fact, the JOOs, they're the ones that owned and financed the slave ships. All right. So they knew exactly who they was coming to get. And this is why, okay, they already know, because we're better at them than everything. Okay. Even in our lowest estate, even the lowest Jake is still better than the best Edomite. Really? Nobody wants to be like Esau. Okay. Nobody wants to be white, man. Okay. You got rich white kids in the suburbs. They got all the money, they got all the comforts in life, right? But they listening to rap music. You know what I'm saying? They trying to they trying to dress and walk and talk and act like Jake. Why? Because, hey, the scriptures say that we're the salt of the earth. Okay. So naturally, We just the coolest people on the planet, so everybody want to be like us. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the so-called white man hates you, and he you know, he don't even know why. He hates you, and he don't know why he hates you. But really, it goes back to the womb. See, this is an ancient hatred, okay, between Jacob and Esau. Okay, twin brothers in the womb. You know, one was created to be a vessel of wrath, and one was created to be a vessel of honor. You know, so this is an ancient hatred. You know, but you know, going back to it, you got Edomites that you know hate Jake's guts. You know what I'm saying? But you know saying go to their parties, and what they listening to. They you know what I'm saying, they in there bumping Future, they in there bumping you know little baby, you know what I'm saying? They in there bumping, you know, black artists, but they hate you though. You see what I'm saying? So this is a spiritual hatred, man. But yeah, we're a threat to them. And let me bring this out. Let me bring this out, man, because these devils, you know. This is the book of Baruch 2:30. Matter of fact, let me start at 28. As thou spakest by thy servant Moses in the day when thou didst command him to write the law before the children of Israel, saying, okay, so when we came out of the land of Egypt and we was on the Mount Sinai, and the Lord gave Moses the commandments, okay, and we were given, you know, if you go back and you read the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, okay, we were given an ultimatum, you know, that if we were to obey the Lord's statutes and commandments, we would be blessed. But if we disobeyed, which when you read the Bible, okay, we continue to break the Lord's commandments. Okay, we continue to go off. So we receive the curses. Okay, this is why we went into slavery. This is why we're in captivity to this very day, and we catching hell everywhere that we are. This is why we're on the bottom and all other nations are over the top of us, because we disobey the Lord. All right. Verse 29, if ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations, where I will scatter them. So this is a future prophecy. The Lord said, if you do not hear my voice, if you don't listen to me, you are going to be made small among the nations. Okay, we would be scattered. Okay, you can go to pretty much any nation on the earth, okay, Jake is there. All right, that's prophecy. You know what I'm saying? You got Jakes in China, you got Jakes in Japan, you got Jakes in you know, Korea, Australia, India, Europe, America, all over. Okay, because we've been scattered, man, you know, through the slave trade. Okay, verse 30, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. And you know that the so-called Black, Latino, Native American are the Lord's people, because these are the most stubborn people on the face of the earth. Okay, Jake, do not, you know, take telling, man. You know what I'm saying? We see it. Like, we be trying to tell Jake to repent. You know what I'm saying? You try to break down the scriptures to Jake don't want to hear it. As a matter of fact, the Israelites are the biggest scoffers, man. Our people are the biggest enemies against us, okay? Our people scoff the most. You tell Esau, or you tell, you know, Elam or Ishmael, they'll actually sit there and you know, listen to you. But Jake come up trying to kick you some knowledge. Nah, brother, you gotta listen to me. You know, Jake come up trying to tell you something. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, when they start to get cut, then they want to get loud, and, you know, Jake want to fight and all this, you know what I'm saying? Jake want to cuss at you, all this type of stuff, man. So indeed, our people are stiff-necked. They're hard-headed. All right. Jake want to do what they want to do. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. So what's happening now that's putting fear in these heathen is that we're remembering ourselves. Okay, we're starting to call on the names of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. Okay, we're starting to return to the commandments in truth and sincerity. Now I'm speaking about the remnant, because majority of our people, they're still in darkness. Okay, but really, the remnant, That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? That 144,000. Okay, that's all that matters, man. But we're starting to come back unto obedience, and it's making these heathen afraid. Because brothers are putting out videos every single day to where we're exposing the truth. You see? And a lot of people are listening. You see? Believe it or not, the Israelites have a lot of influence, man, because what we're saying, you know, everything is happening. Okay? Everything that we say through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, it's all happening within the earth. So now people are tuning in and they want to know what the Israelites have to say. Okay, they're not listening to these Christian pastors, man, because people have found out that they don't know what they're talking about. Okay, they're pushing Eurocentric Christianity, and nobody wants to hear it no more. Okay, people need answers, and guess what? The Israelites have the truth. Okay, the real answers as to what's going on in today's world. You see, but the scriptures say, but in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves and shall know that I am the Lord their God. For I will give them an heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. See, so when Jake went off, okay, we was taken into captivity. Our heritage, our identity was beaten out of us, and another people stole our identity. This is why you got people in the land of Israel today, our land, talking about the JOOs. You see? But they just over there, they'll tell you that they've always known that they're the Jews, right? When it was prophesied, okay, that we would fall away from our heritage, that a great falling away would happen first, to where we wouldn't remember who we were. That's why it says in this prophecy of Baruch here that in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves. So for you to remember something, you would have had to forget, right? You wouldn't. You can't say that you're lost, but you've always known where you were. That don't make no sense. Okay, so the true Israelites, they would not know who they were. But in America, in European nations, South American nations, Brazil, Argentina, Chile, wherever we're scattered, we're waking up to the truth. Okay, and it's all through the spirit and power of the Lord. Let's continue.
Any bombs. We don't have any nuclear weapons. We don't have any missiles. We don't have any military. Why would we be the biggest threat? Wouldn't the biggest threat be the people you're actually in war with? What do we have to do with anything y'all got going on? Could it be that the conspiracies about identity theft are true? Perhaps. Because I doubt that, a lie would be a big threat to an entire country. I don't think a lie would. But what I think is the biggest threat is that the truth is being revealed, and the world knows that time's up.
Yeah, the world knows, and Esau know that his time is up. And this is why, we are a threat unto them, man. See, Jake don't understand. We don't have to pick up arms against Esau. Okay, we don't have to go to war with them carnally. Okay, the scriptures say that the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. You see, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. See, Esau's kingdom is being broken down simply by preaching the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, simply by preaching the Bible. You see that? This is what truly has them afraid. You see, now if we was to go outside and pick up arms and say, yeah, we're going to go to war against the white man. If we was to get up and do that, guess what? Esau would love that. Esau would love if we all just woke up one day and said, nah, you know what I'm saying? We about to get some AK-47s. We about to get some explosives. We about to get carnal with Esau. Listen, Esau damn near be having wet dreams about that, man. Because why? That's his blessing. See, he knows that if we get carnal with him, he can overcome us. But see, Esau, he ain't spiritual. He can't deal with the spirit, man. And this is why right now he's trying to accuse us, of being linked to Islam, of being linked to, terrorists, you know what I'm saying? So he can have an occasion to accuse us and come in with that sword. See, but Esau, you don't understand that once you do that, the Most High is going to raise up a standard against your ass, man. You see? So you ain't going to be able to touch the Lord's elect. All you can do is accuse us, but we have the greatest lawyer that ever walked the earth, the greatest lawyer in the heavens, in Yahweh Shai, okay, to where you can't bring any accusation or blame the elect, okay, because we have been cleansed by the blood of Yahweh Shai. You see? So you can't accuse us no more, Esau. And all we doing is preaching the Bible. Brothers ain't going out talking about, they about to go do this and that to no Edomite. Nah, man. We understand that your time is coming, okay? The Lord said that vengeance is mine. So we got to wait on him to do it, But hey, in the meantime, we're telling you that you are going to be destroyed. We telling you that you are going into slavery. We're telling you that everything that you did to us is going to be done back unto you tenfold. That's what we telling you. Matthew 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Now, this just lets you know that Christianity is not the truth, okay? Christianity is not the true gospel, because how long has Christianity, well, matter of fact, Christianity been around the earth, okay, for centuries, hundreds of years. When the so-called white man went out and he conquered the earth, right? What did he bring with him to every land? Christianity, Roman Catholicism. So the whole entire earth has had a knowledge of Christianity for centuries, right? So if that was the truth, then the end should have came a long time ago, right? But no, it didn't. See, the end is coming now. The end is manifest now, because what? The true gospel of who the true Israelites are, who the true people are, the truth of the Bible is being declared through the mouth of the prophets. This is why you're seeing the end being sped up as it is. This is why you're seeing World War III, okay? The beginning stages of World War III. This is why you're seeing nation rise against nation. This is why you're seeing wild weather. Okay, this is why you're seeing people lose their minds. Because the gospel of the kingdom has been preached in all the world. Listen, man, you got Israelite brothers in pretty much every nation. And then through the unicorn of the internet, this truth has gone to places where brothers could never even travel to, man. So this thing is truly going global. This is why we are a threat, okay? And they can't deal with us in these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Esau can't deal with us in the Bible. He gonna get cut up every single time, and he knows that. This is why Esau would rather us pick up guns and arms and go against him like that. That's what he wants us to do. That's what he's trying to get us to do. But, brothers, remain in the spirit, because Yahweh Shai told us, to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. All we have to do is preach this word and watch this kingdom fall. And that's exactly what we're doing. Ezekiel 39 and let me start at 22. So the house of Israel shall know that I am the Lord their power from that day and forward. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because we sinned against the Lord. Okay, going back to Deuteronomy 28, all of the curses are outlined in that chapter because we disobeyed. This is why we went into captivity. Because they trespassed against me, therefore hid I my face from them, and gave them into the hand of their enemies. So fell they all by the sword. According to their uncleanness and according to their transgressions have I done unto them, and hid my face from them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, now will I bring again the captivity of Jacob, and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel, and will be jealous for my holy name. After that, they have borne their shame and all their trespasses whereby they have trespassed against me, when they dwelt safely in their land, and none made them afraid. Okay, so ultimately what's coming is that the Lord is about to deliver us out from our captivity, because the remnant, pretty much, Elder Apostle Tahar, he's pretty much said that all of the elect have been sealed, you know, by this point. So, this is why you're seeing things speed up. This is why, the days are going faster, because we know that the Lord said that he would shorten the time for the elect's sake. So everything right now is being sped up. Esau talking about he got to speed up his agenda, 2030, because first it was 2030. Now they talking about 2025, because the devil know he has to put a short time. So everything is being sped up for the elect's sake. All right. But yeah, we, truly, we are the biggest threat. They not worried about, Ishmael and, Moab. They ain't worried about none of these nations, man. They worried about us. We're the biggest threat. All right. We're public enemy number one. But at the end of it, the enemy can't do nothing against us, man, because we already got the victory. It's already written. So all we gotta do, brothers and sisters, is just just continue to stay in the faith. Continue for the men to prophesy, bring this truth out, and we're gonna watch Esau and these heathen be destroyed. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end here. In closing, call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Rakakadash, and until next time, shalom unto the elect.